That's mix, okay, and that's about half full or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
and then a layer of fat on top.
Clean fat.
Yeah.
100 grams of coarse.
Er det klar? Der er ild på.
So what's the strength?
Well, we've come to Denmark to continue our experiments on incendiaries as part of our Ho Group seminars that we hold here every year. We've come about just a few kilometres from the medieval centre, and we're at a small gunpowder, small fireworks factory. And we're continuing the work we did last year in trying to develop fire arrows. We've had quite a lot of problems with getting the fire arrows to light last year, and this year we're experimenting with fuses. We've also decided to have a go and try out another incendiary device called fire pots. These were basically ceramic pots full of gunpowder mixtures, again with a fuse, which were hurled at the enemy and then would blow up. And we're very interested to see actually, if we make them in the original way, whether they actually blow up, whether they burn, or just exactly the effect they have.
Why would you use the lard on top?
I think if the solution was mixed more with the lard, it will slow it down, so it will burn more than.
We have text and we have illustrations, but what we don't have is results. It would be nice to have had a movie camera back in the Middle Ages, but because we don't, we have to do experiments like this. If we keep doing more and more of these experiments, we could see how many of them are working, what is not working, and eventually we should arrive at something as close to as we can to what the medieval people used as far as incendiaries are.
What we've done is we've inserted a fuse into the front of the fire arrow. This is a piece of the cotton string soaked in saltpeter and sulphur, which burns at around 10 to 15 seconds per centimetre. What we're going to do is we just put that into the mixture. We'll then light that, wait for it to burn down a little, and then set it off with a ballista. I think it's a line. On fire! Okay, it's burning. So the outer layer burns quite fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait quite a long while this time.
It's burning way down on this side.
Yeah, I know, but not anywhere else.
Got to let it go.
No. 3, 2, 1, away!
Yeah, too
Tiny bit late.
too late. Nu, afgår.
Oh. 3, 2, 1. Go on.
This is going to be perfect. Yeah.
One of the things we've really learned with the tests is actually what you should do is fire them when the fuse isn't quite burned down. So then they fly, meet the target, the fuse then burns down, finishes burning, and then they go off. Brilliant. We've made up a series of medieval fire pots from the original recipes to experiment with to see how they work. Now what the sources tell us is that what should happen, these are full of an incendiary mixture, it's gunpowder with pitch and sulphur, then sealed with a layer of fat. Now what you should do is there's two methods of setting them alight. One is to actually put a fuse in the top and you let the fuse burn down, and it tells you to wait till it's well alight and then throw it at the enemy, and they're great for things like ships and close quarter fire. The other way of doing it, and the way we've decided to do it because it just is much safer and we can't be near these when they go off, is they show the handles of the pots have this bit of quick match, this fuse attached to them, and we will set light to those. We're going to suspend them in the air, and then we're going to release them from a distance so that we're safe. And the idea is they should fall down, shatter, and then the incendiary mixture inside is set light by the fuses on the outside. We've just tried one of the first trials of the fire pots, and we were a bit doubtful whether it would work, and it was brilliant. It hit the ground, shattered into pieces, and just a wonderful little explosion of fire and smoke.
Drop that on a boat, someone's going to notice. The ropes and the sails are going right up.
Look how far it's spread.
I think this year our experiments have been really successful. We've tried to do two things. One, we've tried to complete the experiments with the fire arrows that we began last year and really found a huge problem in setting them off. We just didn't know how to get them to go off at the point of impact at the target. This year we seem to have really solved that, and we've had some really amazing success doing that now, and we can perhaps really see how medieval fire arrows could work. The second experiment we've tried this year is something new. We've tried fire pots, medieval fire pots as an incendiary. These haven't worked perhaps quite as well as we had hoped. They tend either to burn too quickly and they go off in a flash and really wouldn't set much alight, or they're a little bit sort of not quite right now. We've still got to experiment a little bit more, getting the fusing right, getting the timing right, that sort of thing. But we really have had some wonderful success.